thinking about history, whether you're thinking about rags to riches story or any other kind of story, basically history is made up of what ordinary people are doing.
Yes.
You know, I mean, in the past, it's a sort of old-fashioned way of looking at history is what kings and queens did or what
Correct.
politicians did, what the big people did. But far more interesting from a novelist's point of view is what were the ordinary people doing. And looking back, we think of certain events as sort of era-defining events, whatever that may be, whether it was the First World War or the Second World War. But for people living in that time, it becomes era-defining only with hindsight. So if you're living in that time, it's a Monday or it's a
Exactly.
Tuesday or it's a
Exactly.
day when you're not well. It's a day of personal success, just the way we live today. So
Correct.
we also live in a very sort of momentous era, I think. We have
Yeah.
a war going on in Europe. We have
We
political
had
turmoil. We have
COVID-19 and yeah.
COVID. We have climate change. But it's not what we talk about and think about all the time.
Yeah.
The way we experience these world events is mainly as disruptions in our own life.
Exactly.
So that could be something like whether it's in the form of the rising cost of living or change in the weather patterns or how we consume media or what our
Yes.
personal freedoms are, what the stock market is doing maybe. So,
That's true.
and that's how we experience these world events as disruptions in our own lives. And that's these disruptions in individual lives is really what makes up the mood and texture of history.
Yeah.
From a novelist's point of view. So
Yes.
that's what I've tried to capture.